So, everybody, I get asked all the time with this opportunity that we have here, how do we heal Hollywood? So, for one thing, if you're alive and you're breathing, you have a chance for forgiveness and turning your life around. Now, Hollywood is a cult, the government is a cult, and some religions are cults. And there's always an opportunity, like right now, to use your get out of cult free pass and change your life. And for the people that were forced into any of these things, part of the pedo group because they were blackmailed into it, they have an opportunity to leave for the first time in a long time. And in order to do that, they have to leave their fake world behind and also the control that people have over them. And one of the reasons that people do assault and rape and sexually abuse children is because they are forever broken and controllable under that brokenness. And that's what the Hollywood elite have done. And a lot of them have absorbed so much mind control and then used drugs and partying and drinking to try to numb the pain. There's only going to be a handful that actually choose to take this get out of cult free pass and leave. But at every turn, the more people that are brave enough to leave, it starts a movement. In fact, when one person leaves, it starts a movement because everybody has been in play and molded into the Hollywood society without any wiggle room to leave or move. They've been paralyzed. So the first people that said Me Too started a movement. And then the next people that told about their predators started another movement. Then the people that came forward that had more than one victim under the same predator made another movement, and so on. So you're opening it up like this. And in all of that, we need to recognize the men and the women that were raped. It's not a thing where you get to just side with one. And there are people that write on my blog and inside YouTube that, oh, everyone's in Hollywood, they deserve it, they're rich, they sought into this. No, they didn't. They were tricked into it when they were the most vulnerable. And you don't know what happened on the other side. Some of these people, to get them, were drugged, just like any of us can be and have been. They might have put things in their drink, and some of them have been set up and paralyzed because there's pictures of whatever happened, and it isn't really what happened. It's what they made it look like it happened, and they used it to blackmail them with. So no one can get well or change until they own it, until they talk about where their own rape and abuse happened and occurred and who did it and how come it hurt and whatever. The next step in healing is to stop personalizing it. And what I mean by that is stop blaming yourself and stop thinking, I asked for this, I looked for this, I wanted this job, so this is why that happened. You've got to remove yourself and understand it's what they did. And when you stop shouldering the pain and the abuse that they did to you, you start to let the victim in you rise and the survivor in you be created. And there are many people that, even though this happened a long time ago, they're not even into survival mode yet. They're stuck in neutral between when it happened and what happened to them and just surviving every day. But they haven't risen to the point where they can talk about it, start to heal, and start to take the blame off their shoulders. And there's no room for anybody to blame a Hollywood star or talk about their money. They have paid with their own blood and souls. And many of these people, their parents put them into it, and they didn't even know what was happening when they were children. And by the time they got the chance to use their own voice, it was too late. It is not too late now, and there's going to be a series of healing videos on here for everybody. at every different level and at every different phase of healing for men and for women. And what everyone needs to understand is that when you choose to use your get out of cult free pass, you have to get back up and be prepared to have some people jealous that you have the strength to leave. A lot of people will put you down and act like they have to isolate you. And what I want to tell people is that most victims of any crime have to create a family of choice. It may not be your biological family and your biological parents. Because if something happened to you and didn't to your brothers and sisters, or your parents were the ones that did it, you are not going to have a happy, harmonious thing where they own what happened and then they say sorry. Predators don't do that because they're not well and because they did not face who abused them. And they reoffended without ever wanting to face their own pain. In your family of choice, keep it small and keep it tight and limited. You do not need a lot of people in your life. If you're lucky, you have 4 to 5 people, one hand of people in your life that have your back and that are there for you. That's it for everybody. It doesn't matter how famous you are. And the fake people in Hollywood that think they're bound by being on the red carpet together are just as lonely as someone who is now claiming their life back by coming forward. Because all of those people that appear on the red carpet, I'm sorry, I'm choking, are hurt in their own private lives, and many of them are all alone. Oh my goodness. My apologies.